Good morning, children. All of you, are you ready? Okay. Take your politics textbook, page number 6. And our next topic is what does diversity add to our lives? Children, we have already discussed about the story of Samirik and Samirdo in the last class. Isn't it? Yes or no? Do you remember it? Yes. Then, do you have friendship like Samirik is or Samirdo? Samir is a bicycle riding boy and Samir though is a newspaper selling boy, and one boy is very poor and another boy is rich. And when we compare these two children, so many differences we can see. In spite of these differences, there is unity. Diversity means variety. So diversity we can see in terms of food, language, dress, festivals, clothes, etc. Different people having different type of festival. For example, Hindus, Muslims, Christian, they have different festivals. Christmas, Onam, Ramzan, like that. Like that, their food may be different from one people to another. In spite of this variety or diversity, we can see unity among the people. All of you, what does diversity add to your life? So listen, all of you children, what does diversity add to your lives? Then listen, do you have friendship like Samirek and Samirdo? We have already discussed story of Samirek and Samirdo. Then different people, we can see diversity also. Among the different people, we can see diversity. And diversity, what are the terms? We can see diversity in terms of food, festivals, clothes, languages, etc. So diversity in terms of food, festivals, clothes, languages, etc. Are very much interested in hearing and reading stories, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Reading and hearing stories about adventures, people, animal, and even ghosts. Children, do you heard about the word adventure? What do you mean by adventure? Adventure means engage in daring or risky activity. So all of you, adventure means engage in daring or risky activity. Listen children, adventure means engage in daring or risky activity. So listen all of you, reading and hearing stories about adventure, different animals, people and even ghosts. So listen all of you, reading and hearing stories of adventure about different animals, people and even ghosts. Children, observe the picture given here. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes, it is the pictures of adventure stories. While reading stories, we must select the good stories, and after reading we may get more happiness, and from that some moral values we will get. Likewise, select good stories. People who write stories may get the ideas from different sources. Which are the sources, children? Do you know? From books, real life and imagination. So different sources they may get ideas for writing stories. And all of you, people who write stories get their ideas from books, real life and imagination. So listen all of you, people who write stories get their ideas from books, real life and imagination. Children, what do you mean by imagination? Imagination means an image of mind. So listen all of you, imagination means an image of mind. Some may lived near the forest, close to the animals, and they write stories about the fights and friendship and all. All of you, some may have lived in forest, close to the animals, and chosen to write of their fights and friendship. So, some people may live near the forest, close to animals, and choose to write of their fights and friendship in their stories. Others read real account of king and queen and write stories about their love and honor. Others read real account of kings and queens and wrote stories about love and honor. So listen children, others read real account of kings and queens and wrote stories about love and honor. Some dipped into their own childhood memories, friends, school and write stories about the adventure and all. Some dipped into their own childhood memories of school and friends and wrote stories of adventure. So listen all of you, some dipped into their own childhood memories of school and friends and wrote stories of adventure. Imagine if all storytellers and writers you have heard and read in the same place were wearing same kind of dress every day and eating the same food every day. It will be a boring for us, isn't it? Yes or no? So we all want variety. Same food we cannot eat every day. Every day we want variety of food, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. And are also not interested to play the same game snake and ladder continuously every day. So likewise, everything we want some changes, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Listen to all of you. Imagine a situation where everything looks same, then diversity gives us a uniqueness, and the diversity make our world beautiful. So listen all of you. Imagine a situation where everything looks same. So diversity means variety. Diversity gives us a uniqueness, and diversity make our world beautiful. All of you, what does diversity add to our lives? Diversity add to our lives. First one is sense of unity. Second one is cooperation. Third one is nationalism. Fourth one is tolerance. Fifth one is mutual understanding. Sixth one is respect, and seventh one is progressiveness. So listen children, all of you, what does diversity add to our lives? First one is sense of unity. Second one is cooperation. Third one is nationalism. Fourth one is tolerance. Fifth one is mutual understanding. Sixth one is respect, and seventh one is progressiveness. Children, our next topic is about diversity in India. It's a country of many diversity, but most of the things we do are in similar. Only we do them in different ways. Since now our next topic is about diversity in India. So India is a country of many diversity. Listen all of you, but most of the things are similar. Only we do them in different ways. So listen all of you. India is a country of diversity, but most of the things are similar. Only we do them in different way. Different way in which people marry, different way in which people pray, different way in which people cook food, different way in which people greet each other, different way in which people dress. So listen children, all of you. We can find different way in which people pray. Then second one is the different way in which people get married. Third one is the different ways in which people dress. And fourth one, different ways in which people greet each other. And fifth one, last one is different ways in which people cook rice. So listen all of you. First one is different ways in which people pray. Different ways in which people get married. Second one. Third one is the different ways in which people dress. Fourth one is the different ways in which people greet each other. Fifth one is the different ways in which people cook rice. Children, observe the picture carefully. Yes, it is the picture of diversity in India. India is a country of many diversity. We speak different languages, have various type of food, celebrate different festival, practice different religion. From this we can understand that in spite of this diversity, variety, we can also find unity in our country, India. Children, listen all of you. Our next topic is that how do we explain diversity? Children, imagine a world of 200 years ago when you and I were not born. At that time also people lived. We have studied in history. History means studying the past. People lived in forests. They collected fruits, roots, nuts, etc. Isn't it? Yes or no? And at that time no vehicles were invented. At that time also people are living. So they travel from one place to another in ships, camel, horseback or on foot. Children, do you know why people move from one place to another in the past time? We have already discussed in history, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Then for search of new places to settle or for trade. Children, do you heard about the word trade? What do you mean by trade? Trade means business of buying and selling. All of you, why did people in the past move from place to place? So listen, in search of new land to settle or for trade. So listen all of you, people in the past move from place to place. For what purpose? In search of new land to settle or for trade. Trade means the business of buying and selling. Children, listen all of you. Trade means the business of buying and selling. Children, do you know why people stayed at one place in the past time? Yes, it is because no vehicles were there. They want to travel for long distance to reach one place. So they carry water, food, cloth, everything with them. And after taking rest, they continue their journey. Children, listen. People stayed at one place. Why? It took too long to travel, and once they got to a place, they stayed there. So listen all of you. People stayed at one place. Why? It took too long to travel, and once they got to a place, they stayed there. People left their home. Different reasons were there. It is because of famine, drought, or in search of work, or because of war. Children, do you heard about the word famine? What do you mean by famine? Famine means extreme scarcity of food. Drought means lack of rain. All of the people left their homes because of famine, drought, in search of work, or because of war. So listen, all of you, people left their homes because of famine, drought, in search of work, or because of war. Famine. Children, do you heard about the word famine? Famine means extreme scarcity of food. So listen, all of you. Famine means extreme scarcity of food. Drought. What do you mean by drought? Drought means lack of rain. Children, listen, all of you. Drought means lack of rain. People in new places began to change their customs, practice, etc. But they did their things in old ways. So language, music, religion, etc. are intermixed, and so new form of culture formed. Children, do you heard about the word culture? Culture means an advancement of human power. Children, all of you, people in new places began to change and adapt new practices, customs, etc. So listen, all of you. People in new places began to change and adopt new practices, customs, etc. But at times they did things in their old way. So listen, all of you. But at times they did things in their old way. So language, food, music, religion got intermixed. So listen, all of you. So language, food, music, religion got intermixed, and at that time a new culture was formed. Children, do you know two factors influence the diversity of a region? Which are they? Yes, it is historical and geographical factors influence the diversity of a region. We can say that historical and geographical factors influence the diversity of a region. Listen, all of you, we can say that historical and geographical factors influence the diversity of a region. How do history and geography influence us? History, the influence that shaped our past. Geography also influences the area where people are living. So listen to all of history. It tells us about the influence that shaped our past. And how the diversity of geography affects geography. People adopt their lives to the geographical conditions where they live. So listen, all of you. People adapt their lives to geographical conditions where they live. So diversity of a region is also influenced by historical and geographical factors. For example, people living in mountainous area and near the sea region, it is entirely different from us. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Not only people have different clothing and eating habit, but their work doing is also different from one person to another. Example, when we take the lives of people in city and village, it is entirely different. Village people are hardworking and city people are very lazy, and not all people, but some are. For example, village, whatever things they wanted for food item, they are cultivating by their own. Milk product they may get from their home itself. But in city, when we take everything, people are depending upon shop for buying items from the market or from other shops. So, from this we can understand that city life is entirely different from village life.